Hey YouTube viewers, TJ Pyramid here. Today's video is just about some books that are in the library, per se, that I just really enjoy. All different kinds of books and whatnot. So I just figured I'd pick out a big handful of them and just kind of show them. And yeah, just to spread my love of these books. Go ahead and start with this here. This was probably my very first ever graphic novel, and I still to this day really don't have a lot of graphic novels because, well, they are kind of spendy. But this is probably one of the first ones I ever bought. I don't remember where I got it, and I really don't remember how old I was when I got it, but Fist of the North Star. This is really, really cool book. If you know the whole Fist of the North Star, you know it's a really violent series. A lot of fighting, a lot of blood, a lot of fun gore and stuff like that. So, just a really, really cool book. Very road warrior-ish feel to it. You guys have the guys with the helmets and the chains and whatnot, and just the outfits that they wear and everything. So yeah, just Fist of the North Star, my first ever graphic novel from years upon years upon years ago. I figured I'd go ahead and show this one here, being the movie is coming out, and that is the official Godzilla Compendium. I bought this book just a couple years ago, back when the Borders stores were still open. Just a fantastic little book if you're a fan of Godzilla. Has you get to meet the creators, find the origin of Godzilla's name, learn what it was like to be inside the 250-pound latex suit. You get to meet all of his foes, the actual historical events that inspired the first Godzilla film. So you have all the different images of the monsters in here, plus you have some nice color photos in here. You also get a look at the Dark Horse comics of Godzilla. And it's pretty cool. You get a little, like a height chart of the different monsters, of how big they were. You also get some of the original Japanese poster artwork in here. You also, of course, like some hand-drawn foes there. It talks about, tells a little bit of the history about them, their first appearance, what their powers are. So just a really overall super fun Godzilla book. You know, it's not very thick, but it's definitely a blast to read this. You get all the different movies, Godzilla in Color 65, Monster Mania, Profiles of the Monsters, so get all kinds of stuff right there. Not Godzilla in Color 1965, it's on page 65, so yeah, but a fun book. One of my favorite comedians, he's in Snuffbox, Mighty Boosh, random other things. That is Rich Fulcher. This book is Tiny Acts of Rebellion. This guy is an American, but he's really big over in the UK. And this is just a really funny book. Yeah, I mean, I really don't know how else to explain it. Just crazy things to do at different events and stuff like that. But, I mean, I don't know, has some pictures in it too. So, yeah, it's just a really funny book. Lots of pages in this will definitely make you chuckle. Here's a nice little hand-drawn picture of Rich Fulcher artwork. Isn't that fantastic? Yeah. So yeah, check out Rich Fulcher if you haven't. He's he's just a really funny guy. I really enjoy him. I wish he was in more things that I could see him in. Now here we have this gentleman here, probably my all-time favorite person to see in films. Just a huge cult star, and he actually lives here in Oregon. And that's Bruce Campbell, and this is Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way. This is the director's cut with all new material. Absolutely fabulous book. Some of it real, some of the stories are real, some of the stories are fake, but just absolutely fantastic. You get some little pictures and stuff throughout it, but Bruce Campbell is hilarious, hilarious gentleman. Very good book. His other book too, the If Chins Could Kill, which came before this one, is really fun too. Next up here, a book I assume is going to probably be made into a movie at some point, and that's basically Breathers. This is about Andy Warner. He's recently deceased and a freshly, newly minted zombie. Uh, Resented by his parents, abandoned by his friends, and reviled by society that no longer considers him human, Andy is having a bit of a trouble adjusting to his new existence. So this is kind of cool because in this book here, zombies aren't really looked at as like monsters. It's like they're still trying to fit into society and stuff. And it's really cool in this because he never really talks. You hear like his thoughts and stuff. And whenever he does go to speak, it comes out like zombie speak, whatever he wants to say. Uh, this is a debut book of S.G. Brown, but it's just a really fun read. It's not a very thick book, and it's so good that once you start reading it, you're probably going to finish it in a couple days because it's just that good. It's just that touching and heartwarming, and also really funny. Next up here, this is a movie that actually needs a proper special featured DVD release because I really like this book, and I've seen the film. I've watched it on YouTube when it was on there. This is by F. Paul Wilson, and this is The Keep. So this is really cool. If you're not sure what this is, look it up. If you've never heard of it, look it up. It's definitely one that you'll probably want to read. Very supernatural-ish horror. Cool movie, though. I really like the movie, and the book is really fun, too. Now, Stephen King. Tons of books, Firestarter, Carrie, and so on and so on, Green Mile. I'm sure everybody has their own favorite Stephen King book. I've read a lot of his stuff, Stand, It, whatnot. I've read lots of his stuff, but this is just one book to me that when I read it, it just really, really stuck with me. Probably because I see these things in everyday society, so it can never leave my head, and that is Cell. This is basically a zombie book. The cell phone signals turn people nuts. They go crazy. They turn into a complete raving lunatic maniac, bats off the ceiling, wacky ass. And I love the characters in this book. I love just the whole thing behind this book that cell phones are evil, which I totally agree with. But this is just my favorite Stephen King book. And there we go. So I just absolutely love this book. I think it's brilliant. Another one of my favorite authors here, and this is a really cool one here because this is 3 novels of Anarchy, Aliens, and the Popcorn King, and that is The Complete Drive-In by Joe R. Lansdale. This is absolutely brilliant. You get a B movie with blood and popcorn, not just another one of them sequels. The Bus Tour. You get an introduction by Don Coscarelli. So yeah, if you don't know Joe R. Lansdale, he's just a really offbeat, witty, crazily funny author. Most of you may know him from like Bubba Hotep and whatnot. But this is just a really good book. You get a couple pages in here of some pretty cool artwork and stuff. But this is a fantastic book. If you haven't heard of Joe R. Lansdale and you want to get into him, pick up this right here, The Complete Drive-In, and this will be a good stepping stone for getting into Lansdale. Now, one of my favorite shows, yet again, released on DVD a lot, but again, way, way too expensive for me to buy, Mystery Science Theater. And this is the Colossal episode guide in here. You get all the episodes in here. You get, of course, all the different seasons. It tells you about all the different episodes, bits, facts, tidbits, everything like that. And just some other wacky, random side stuff. You get all the little character introductions. But just a brilliantly fabulous show. I wish something like this was still on, still as funny as this. And last of the books here, absolutely love Hal Roach's The Little Rascals right here. Spanky, Alfalfa, Buckwheat, absolutely brilliant here. Joe Cobb, Darla. Some pictures here. I just really love the Little Rascals. Weezer, Miss Crabtree. Here you go. You got some of the original gang right here. There you go. You got some of the originals. You got Spanky right there. Spanky McFarlane. Oh, that's a dog right there. Pete the dog. Just really cool. And if you know anything about the Little Rascals, you'll know that some of the cast, when they got older, went on to not have very good lives. Just a lot of tragedy involved with a couple of these people later in life, which was always sad because they were so cool and so cute as just kids and stuff. And it's a shame to know that these happy little kids grew up to have such just some of them just to have such terrible lives in here. So yeah. But yeah, there we go. The Little Rascals, Life and Times of Our Gang. So those are just some of the books I pulled out of the collection that I just wanted to share with everybody. Let me know if you've read any of these books. Let me know what you think about any of the TV shows there that I've talked about. And yeah, I just hope everybody enjoyed it. Maybe I can get a video response from some people out there. You pull some books out of your collection and you know, show them towards me. Let me see what kind of books you guys got in the library. So yeah, there we go. There's the video. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, spread the word. Cheers. Thanks for watching.